Hey, so I just got a board game in the mail. I'm just going to assume it's a board game. The shape of the box, y'all, looks exactly like a board game. But a board game in the mail, and so I thought, why not open it with you? If you haven't been around here before, my name is Bruce Brown. I'm the host of Board Game Impact, which is I have a podcast as well as other media platforms to get the information out there about board games and board game related content. And so I feel like this size box is a board game. So a smaller board game at that. So I thought, why not open it with you? And so I'm curious, before I open this, what are some games that are the next games that you're looking forward to getting in the mail, or you want to go pick up at your friendly local game store? I'm curious. Just drop one in below. What's the next game you're looking forward to getting? I'll be honest, I did not know this was coming today. I feel like I know what it is, but I cannot be sure because it's through a shipping warehouse, not through the actual game company. And so that's why I feel like I know who it is, but we're going to find out together to confirm. I don't want to spoil anything, but if it is what I think it is, we're going to be real excited. Okay, so let's find out. Again, while I'm doing this, just drop a line real quick below. What game are you looking forward to getting next? Whether you're picking it up in person or through the mail. I'm going to focus here so I don't cut myself. Okay. Oh, yes. I've been looking forward to this one, y'all. Okay, so what we have here, I'll turn it so you can see it. Root, the Riverfolk expansion. So if you are unfamiliar with Root, Root is essentially a light war game with some very, very interesting things going on. I say that because it is probably the definition of asymmetric, and by asymmetric I mean that every player has a slightly different power, but Root takes that to the next level. So Root is produced by Leader Games, and the other game that they're really known for is Vast. And what was fascinating about Vast is you're all in a cave, essentially. One of you plays the goblins, one of you plays the knight, one of you plays the dragon slumbering in the cave, and then one of you actually plays the freaking cave, which that is just cool. But how they did that is unique because every single player had their own sheet and their own mechanics. And I think they learned a lot from the first iteration of Vast and the expansion they had for that. As well as some of the add-ons you could do with that. But Root took that to the extreme in that, A, it added adorableness for these nice little miniatures, as well as every single player not only has like their own special powers, but they have their own faction. And that faction has its own mechanics. So it's not like other games where most of the games behind me, so if you look at Blood Rage, where everyone does card drafting, everyone does this area control type thing. Not how Root works. In Root, one player has area control as their thing, as well as resource management and building some different things. More like a Euro game, honestly, with war game mechanics. There's another faction. So that was the Marquis de Cat, which is the orange player. Then there is the birds who are programming, and so they have to select and then program and execute their command line. Then you've also got the Woodland Alliance, which is the green players. They actually don't even start on the board. They have to create sympathy. They're essentially the uprising. They don't want to be ruled by the cats, the Marquis de Cat, or the Eerie, which are the birds. They're just the people. That's why they're little things of mouse. And then the other one is the Vagabond. And the Vagabond is actually like a little trash panda, a raccoon miniature. And that player actually is more of a co-op style where they're feeding people cards and things. It's a 4-player game for the original, but they also have some recommended variants if you want to do 2-player or 3-player or 4-player, and different ways you can mix that up. So Leader Games had a very successful Kickstarter for Root, and if you back the Kickstarter, which just at the time I didn't have the means, if you back the Kickstarter, you also got this. This is the Riverfolk expansion, which adds in a couple new factions, which I'm going to open this up real quick because I'm just real excited, y'all, as well as increases the gameplay from being able to play 4 players to being able to play 6 players. Root's not even behind me on my shelf. Honestly, it's one of those games that is definitely one of the top top 5 games of 2018, just across the board. It's been doing really well. Congratulations, Leader Games, on all the success that this has. But the reason it's not behind me is because honestly, it's living in my board game bag right now for different game nights. That way I can take it out and play with more people. So we have 2 groups on the cover, and so that would be the Lizard Cult as well as the Otters. So of course we got the Learn to Play guide. We've got tokens. We've got the player boards. This one's, I forgot about this. How did I forget about this? I should have realized when it said 1 to 6 players that I forgot about this. What this is right here is, oh my gosh, they increased the quality of this too. What this is right here is there's a solo variant now in which you can have the cats. So the Marquis de Cat, the orange player, that's why this is orange. You can have them actually be a solo play between one of 2 different ways. And I saw that at BGGCon. Honestly, I ordered this like 2 months ago, and they've been just cranking these out. This is the fastest they could get it because it literally just came out of the warehouse and off the development. So you can play 2 different types of mechanical cats. You've got the Lizard Cult. You've got a second Vagabond, and also the Riverfolk Company, which goes into trading. I didn't realize that they increased the quality of these components like this. In the original game, so the base game, this is like a thin sheet of essentially almost like a playing card material a little bit, but about this size. This is hard cardboard, and so warping is probably not going to be a problem. The other one slightly warps. So this is really cool. And if you notice on the back here, I just want to point this out. Every single faction has this cool little box here, and it says the complexity rating, the aggression rating, their crafting ability, which is something in the game, as well as their card wealth in terms of how well cards are. And then the setup thing right here is it actually matters where you sit, and so you sit in alphabetical order based on that little number. Letter, sorry. Here's all the miniatures for this. Check out the colors on those. These are colors we don't typically see in games, so that's cool. A couple more cards, as well as a card standee. I believe this is for the Riverfolk Company because they can essentially sell cards. That's a big part of what they do, I believe. But also, if you haven't ever played with a card standee, I recommend it. It's awesome. So I'm most likely doing a review of Root real soon because it's something that I've been able to get to the table a lot. And I think it's important for you to know kind of how it plays out a little bit more. But I wanted to wait until I got this in so I could give you the full picture. So I want you to just drop a line below and let me know what games you're looking forward to receiving in the mail or want to pick up from your friendly local game store. And also, if there's any games that, like I said, this one's about 2 months in the works of waiting for this to come in and get everything going. But if there's any games that you want to see me review or look into a little bit more, feel free to drop that down there as well. But until next time, just go out and have a positive impact on the world. All right, bye.